I'm KC, and welcome back to another Outdoor Ohio. Now, every outdoor enthusiast knows that there's a special time of the year that you can go get your game, and that's basically when the game is getting their game. That's right, it's reproduction. Happens every year, and what they're doing is building up a whole new generation of opportunity for wildlife enthusiasts. Today is no different. We're on the banks of the Maumee for the infamous Walleye Run. Stick around, this show is going to be great.
You just need more time in the water there, Casey.
He couldn't have said it any better. I'm Casey, and we're standing in the Maumee River in Maumee, Ohio, fishing the annual Walleye Run. This adventure was the first time I'd held a fishing pole in many years. So, why am I here? Well, for that answer, we'll have to start at the beginning. This is Gary Lowry, one of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet. He's the owner of Maumee Tackle just north of the river off US 20 in Wayne Street in Maumee. There's no one more knowledgeable than Gary Lowry.
Yeah, this is the biggest migrating group of walleyes east of the Mississippi here in the Maumee River. Usually the run starts about the beginning of March. We'll have a mixture of jacks and females both coming up the river. And it'll progress throughout the year. And we have guys, at times it gets so good that guys will release one or two limits besides the limit they keep on your stringer. It's typical to see jacks from 1.5 to 4 pounds, although we'll see jacks up to several or 8 pounds. Females can run 6 to 7 pounds and quite frequently will weigh 10, 11, 12 pounders. Biggest we've seen is around 14 pounds. In the catch ratio, jack to female, you'll catch 4 illegal jacks before you catch a female. Females just don't bite that much during spawn. Then when spawn's over, about the second, third week in April, the jacks stay in the river and feed real heavy, and then you get even faster fishing.
My name's Cole Maker, and I'm from Dayton, Ohio, and what brought me up today was catch some fish.
And that's the same goal of the thousands of people who come to the Maumee River every year from all over the U.S. The economic impact of the Walleye Run in northwest and north central Ohio runs into the millions of dollars as anglers descend on the river.
I'm from Toledo. I think I did pretty good. I'm happy with them.
I'm from Genoa, Ohio. This is my friend Kurt Wolf. Today we'll be going out in the river and probably both limiting out. Is that right, Kurt?
That's right. We're going to limit out.
Chances are we're going to catch the biggest walleye in the history of the Maumee River.
And it all starts at Maumee Tackle. Gary's long hours during the spring make it impossible for him to get out and enjoy the run himself. But he takes nearly as much delight in helping other anglers experience the run, which is why he was willing to take a few hours to get this landlubber out into the water. It was, shall we say, a challenge. Not even in the water yet. And this is my second mess. I started off on the wrong side of the river or something. If there was some way for me to have a problem, I found it.
Okay.
I'm not sure Gary knew the extent of my naivete. I didn't even know the terminology.
I know most of your listeners know what a crankbait is, but I'll explain it to you, Casey.
You're enjoying this just a little too much.
I hope you hunt better than you fish.
I'm not going to dignify that with a comment.
Now you opened yourself up for that one.
Yeah, I took my share of ribbing. But here I was, a beginning fisherman, out with a couple of guys who were probably born with a fishing hat on, so I had it coming. I got them back in my own way, though, because as a beginner, they pretty much had to teach me everything.
Pretty much, Casey, what you want to do is cast cross current and just let it drift downstream and just reel your slack in. Just keep a tight line to your jig, then work it back slow.
Oh, like that? So I shouldn't jerk it, just work it?
Well, you can jerk it if you got a bite.
It wasn't going well for me, but other people were having a great day.
Hey, Lyle, you owe me $10.
If you were ever wondering what makes the Walleye Run the event that it is, here's the proof. Anglers could spend a few hours or the whole day, but most of them did pretty well. We spent quite a bit of time in the water that day, and while Gary and Jerry were just happy to get out and fish, it became painfully obvious that I just didn't belong there. Yeah, I think I've got something here. Yeah, moss. A lot of it.
Did it fight hard? See, what's the limit on rockfish?
Are you quite through?
I'm just beginning. That's why fishing is so much fun, man. You gotta make fun of your buddies.
I'm just gonna beat the crap out of the fish. That's what I'm gonna do. Did I tell you I snagged my head last week when I was practicing?
Yeah, you told me about that. At least it didn't go past the barb, huh?
Whipped it back and hooked my own head. Still on? Still on? Still on?
No.
With anything you do, practice makes a big difference, which explains why Gary did pretty well this day.
Yeah, I got a few on the stringer. Not doing too bad.
As far as Jerry goes, he stayed silent but deadly, subtly pulling his share of walleye out of the river as well. My luck, on the other hand, yeah, not so much. Just 2 bites, one of them I lost, and one of them, blech. What did you call that, a shad?
Yeah. We should have told me I was good eating, huh?
Our cameraman Roger over there called it a snotfish.
Yeah, that's pretty much correct. Oh, man.
A booger with fins. And this day on the river just wasn't going to get any better for me.
Here's one.
But for Gary, things were fine.
All right.
That was mine.
That was yours, huh?
That was mine.
Prove it.
You robbed me.
Yeah, I've been throwing these little 2-inch fire tails. It's our Fire Tiger made by Berkeley. I got a little small floater on there, glow-in-the-dark floater. That's been producing walleyes for me for the past couple of weeks. Yeah, this has been a great little, I tell you, I've been selling so many of these little Berkeley power baits. Besides the Fire Tiger, Christmas lights, which is another good color. Then they got one that's called Sun Kiss. That's white and orange combination. That's a real good one too. The reason I'm using a little glow-in-the-dark floaters because water's a little murky and looks white, but it actually glows chartreuse when it's under the water. And this gives them a little something extra to see. And I like that little flash of orange on here. Walleyes can only see a red and orange color. Everything else is just shades of gray.
See, I told you this guy knows his stuff. If you want to take advantage of his vast knowledge 24 hours a day, check out his website, maumeetackle.net.
On the way to work, I take the water temperature, clarity, and water level. Then when I get to the shop, first thing I do is update the website with a full fishing report and post all the pictures we've taken at the shop the day before.
And despite my poor angling skills, there are going to be plenty of pictures to take at Maumee Tackle today.
Yeah, come out every year for this. Oh, this is the thing to do. Maumee River, the walleye run. Catch hogs like this.
Unless I was a big.
Actually, this is my first season up here. Third time up here. I heard it was a good spot. I know a couple people from around from this area that say the walleye run is where it's at. That's where the good fishing is.
We're getting like crazy today.
All right.
It was a good day for it today. A lot of guys catching fish, and they took me a little bit, about 2 hours, but if I can catch my limit in 2 hours, I'm very happy with that.
Okay, we're both from Toledo, and we were fishing down at Bluegrass Island, and got there at 6:30, and
we had a pretty good time.
Yeah,
I think they hit in the beginning, maybe the first hour, and then off and on for the next 4.
Gary and Maumee Tackle had a plan to give back to the river he loved in appreciation for what it gives all of us.
We're having a river cleanup, and we need 200 volunteers. You sign up in the shop. What we're going to do, we have one group of people that'll be doing nothing but cutting line out of brush, and we'll have another group cleaning lead and different lures. Then, of course, we pick up all the trash and stuff, and we're going to cover the whole entire park.
Sure, absolutely.
Future plans aside, today we were fishing.
There we go. Nice little jack.
And Gary was having the time of his life. Want to thank you for watching. Be sure to check back again soon for another edition of Outdoor Ohio.